What is egress? From the literal definition from the show, it means exit. An exit. Something that can get you out from where you are now. It could be a room in a building, a toxic relationship. It could even mean an escape from your life problems, financial problems, addiction to vices, like scrolling through social media for hours, or an escape from reality because your current life sucks. Whatever the case may be, we all wanted to escape from something at least in one point in our lives. With Finn the human, he also had his own personal problems to deal with, discovering his biological father who wants nothing to do with him, and his failed relationship with Flame Princess. Finn seeks out adventures in this specific season to hopefully distract him from his problems. Like from the previous episode where Finn and Jake go through the dungeon train, which was also mentioned at the start of the episode. And now they are looking for a weird cave, which is actually the Hall of Egress. Finn excitedly goes in the cave first, while Jake searches his bag for a chalk to write with. As Finn walks in a few steps, he steps on a trap and a huge boulder blocks the entrance, preventing Jake to enter, and also Finn's way out. Still, he wasn't all that worried, thinking that he can get out of that situation like he always do. He tries to find a way out by going deeper into the cave. There were 3 paths that he could take, and he decides to leave a trail of breadcrumbs via his clothes or t-shirt. But as he was busy untangling the loose threads on his shirt, he kept walking forwards. Distracted, his attention was somewhere else and he didn't notice the steep slanted road, which causes him to fall down further, cementing the prevention of Finn's escape. Just like earlier when he first entered the cave, before he was distracted by Jake getting his chalk and failed to notice the booby trap on the floor. Finn then realizes that he might be in a more serious situation than he thought. He examines the room and sees an odd-looking statue of a snowman. He then goes at the end of the room where a giant vault is placed, with the words "Egress" is written. He remembers that it means exit, and tries to force his way out. But no matter how much he tries, his usual methods is not doing anything. A bit of time passes and Finn did everything he could think of. He was exhausted and didn't know what else to do. He closed his eyes and tried to lean back on the exit door. While he was expecting something solid to catch his fall, he instead phases through the wall behind him and fall on the ground. He realizes then that he was dealing with a magic door and that he needs to close his eyes in order to pass through it. But even with that knowledge and after countless attempts doing things you would normally do if you wanted to escape a maze, using logic and following the obvious patterns, nothing seems to work. And when he opens his eyes, he ends up back right where he started. We've all been in this kind of situation. That frustrating feeling that you're doing everything right or anything that you could think of, anything you could possibly do, but you still can't seem to do it, and you don't know why. And when he seems to have lost all hope and is about to give up, he decides to just run through it, full force, not thinking about if he's going the right direction or not thinking about the traps he might fall on or the dead end he might encounter. Just don't think about it. The problem with today's society is sometimes we just overcomplicate things. We overanalyze what could go wrong, what we need to do first. It's not really a bad habit to plan something out first, but if you use all your time planning and making sure everything goes to plan, you end up not actually doing it and you remain stuck where you are. And sure, going recklessly without a solid plan might be risky, but it can still work out. Doing something you're unsure of and failing at that is way better than waiting forever and doing nothing. And by doing that, by rushing ahead and just not thinking about it, Finn finds his way out and reunites with Jake. Although he still hasn't fully escaped yet, whenever Finn opens his eyes again, he goes back to the mysterious cave. Finn tells Jake about the situation, but it seems that only Finn has memories about what happened in the cave. Finn sleeps it off, and the next day, he hoped that things will go back to normal when he opens his eyes. But as he did, he yet again returns to the cave. Frustrated by this, Finn tries to live his life, but with his eyes closed, and wait until something changes, or if something is different. Then he'll open his eyes again. But the key might not be if something is different around him, but instead, something changes inside of him. Finn tells Jake and Bimo about his problem, which is the normal thing to do. Telling a friend or loved one about our problems, not to ask them for help to solve it, but sometimes just to lessen the weight of the burden you're carrying. Now, a few weeks goes by and Jake starts getting concerned about Finn's well-being. He wants to help Finn get better and live his life normally again. So he tries the best solution he could think of, trying to make Finn open his eyes, which doesn't go well for Finn. And Jake doesn't even remember it, or have any recollection after the Hall of Egress incident, which makes Finn go back inside of the Hall of Egress. And Finn has to repeat the cycle over and over and over and over again. Running through the maze, going back home with Jake, trying to live his life with his eyes closed for a while, until Jake tries to open his eyes again. This keeps going on and on until Finn realizes that this isn't going anywhere. He isn't having any progress, so he decides to leave. Only Finn fully understands what was happening to him. No matter how much explaining you do, even if the other person listens carefully, you cannot fully show what you are dealing with. You might come close, and they may understand you better, but only you fully know your problem, and only you can solve them. Only you can save you. So Finn goes on a journey, alone, blind, and not knowing where to go. A thread from his shirt gets caught while he stumbles from a log. And just like earlier in the episode, a breadcrumb-like trail, Finn notices the thread and decides to throw away all his belongings, his shirt, his bag, even his underwear. This time, he is the one to sever the connection, cut the thread, removing any way for him to go back. No more egress. He knows he has to go through this journey, whether he knows it'll work or not. And it's gonna be hard, especially because of the fact that he can't use his sense of sight. And it's symbolic in a way that even if you can't see where you're going, you still have to go through it. Time has passed for who knows how long, and we see Finn wearing nothing but a blindfold and some animal skin on his body. He walks forward carefully, one step at a time, his arms raised forwards to feel if something might be in front of him. and he stops ever so often to listen to his surroundings. Finn travels very, very far until he reaches a cave similar to the first one. Except this time he doesn't step on the pressure plate. Even when his eyes are closed shut, he was a lot more careful and attentive to his surroundings. He goes down the path and this time walks down a ramp. He hits the door and tries to feel it. And he realizes that it was the same place that he was in before. He felt surprised, shocked, scared, and hesitant, remembering all the time he spent just trying to get out of the first egress. And thinking that if he opens his eyes, he might just go back to where he started. But he hears a faint whisper from Bimo in his head.
Something's different.
And there is something different, and Finn knows this. But it was still a leap of faith. So he removes his blindfolds and slowly opens his eyes. Finn finally clearly sees again. His clothes and belongings are with him again, as if it was his first time leaving the cave. Finn was still underground and in the maze, but this time he can see his path. Finn was clearly still underground, yet he sees a cloud-like patterns like he was up in the sky, like perception was flipped upside down, just like the pattern of the snowman. As Finn looks around, he sees Jake. He rushes quickly to be reunited with his brother again. That was arguably one of Finn's hardest battles, where there is not even a monster to fight. The Hall of Egress teaches us that often the hardest battles we face are the ones we face alone. And some of our problems can't be solved right away, no matter how many solutions we think of. We sometimes just need to live with it every day. We should acknowledge it and go experience it fully. It's hard, yes, and we're going to suffer. But suffering is part of the process. It's part of life. And after a while, we might find the answers within ourselves, and we finally find peace after a long journey. You can't rely on others to face your battles for you, but it's nice to have a friend along with you.
That must have been some cave!
No comment!